welcome to another episode of Let's See Plants. I'm your host KD. Today we have a special guest. She's a model, she's an actress, and she was recently on the 20 versus 1 episode. That's the name of it. I'm saying that right, 20 versus 1 episode?
Yes, 20 versus 1, yes.
Okay, welcome Ashley Hampton.
Thank you. I'm so
Yeah,
happy to
yeah.
be here.
I'm glad you made time. I'm glad you made time. Fucking up already. So, how was your experience with the 20 versus 1?
You know, it was a lot of fun. Shout out to Shamar and Big Mike. You know, they put it together, this production.
Yeah.
And it was fun. It was entertaining. It was exciting. It was, you know, a lot of work. You know, it's not just, but it was fun.
So how did that idea came to you about? Like, how did you got on? Like, who approached you about it?
I actually went online and found it myself and kind of just entered in myself.
Yeah.
And it just went from there.
So what was the preparation for you to, be prepared?
I guess just being mentally ready for it, going into a big production like that and just realizing like, hey, it's gonna be a lot of people that see this and just bring your A game.
Yeah. So what was the things that you learned from doing this? Because this was your first time being on something like this, right?
Yes.
So like, what did you learn from being on here?
Well, I learned being on time is very important, being prompt,
Yeah.
not being shy, having no fear, and just going out there and just giving it all you got.
I see. So who had won the 20 versus 1? How did it go?
So I'm not sure what her name is, but I think her Instagram is Mind Yours TF.
Okay.
So she actually won, and she did great. She was beautiful and everything, and she brought the energy.
I see. So what's the next thing coming up for you? Are you gonna be on there again?
Maybe, maybe we'll have to come back and redo this
Okay.
again.
Okay.
But maybe. So next, I actually have a movie coming out soon that I'm actually in. I have a short role, All About a Check 2,
Okay.
coming out on Tubi, Amazon Prime.
Okay. So how did you get into being an actress?
So it's always been, excuse me, it's always been one of my passions to do, and then just being connected and networking with people is how I got in it.
Oh, so what made you like? So what inspired you?
I've always wanted to do acting. It's always been a passion of mine. It was one of those things that I kind of doubted myself in, but I was like, I can do it. So I just started doing it.
So what was like the obstacles you had to face when you start, doing the not doing the acting, but just being in front of the camera?
Not being shy. And to be honest with you, a lot of people don't know this, but I started out modeling before anything.
Okay.
And so I got comfortable with the camera with modeling first.
Okay.
And then I went into acting. So I think the main thing is just not being shy
Yeah.
and just being comfortable in your own skin.
So how did you like overcome that, being shy and stuff like that?
I guess again, just being mentally prepared and building the confidence within myself.
Yeah.
And just, constantly going over lines or, just that confidence that I needed.
Nah, I feel you on that one. Cause I'm still trying to get comfortable behind the camera myself. I mean, not behind. I'm sorry, in front of the camera.
So how's that going?
Yeah, it's going.
Okay.
Yeah, nah, but actually, no, it's smooth because like I got so many interviews. Starting off, I was very nervous, and sometimes I still get nervous, but as I talk, it get better. Yeah, for sure. So now, to go back to the first question I was asking about the 20 versus 1. Now, can you see yourself doing something like that again?
Oh yeah, it was so much fun. I could see myself doing it again.
Okay. So now you said a movie all about a check too.
All About a Check 2.
So were you in the first
I
one?
was not in the first one.
So what was the first movie you done?
So this actually is my first movie that I've done. So yeah, so I'm excited.
Okay, so how was that experience?
Oh my goodness! Now that was that was something because it was again my first time being in that type of production atmosphere.
Yeah.
So it's a lot that comes with that as far as being on time and hitting certain cues and things like that. But it was very exciting. I was very nervous. I was very nervous.
So, what were you nervous about?
Well, the role that I play is an exotic dancer.
Oh, okay.
So I've never done that like in real life. So to do it on camera in front of all these people, it was
So that has you dancing?
yes, I was dancing.
So do you got rhythm? Are you looking stiff?
I got rhythm. I got the skills to pay the bills. But it was just acting. I'm just acting.
Yeah. Nah, cause some people they be looking all stiff.
Yeah.
That's why I was asking.
Yeah.
No,
Well, I
'cause
hope
I
I
ain't-
don't look stiff. I hope I look okay.
Yeah. No, but damn, I'm about to ask. What other things you got coming up besides?
So I have another movie. We're actually in the midst of filming right now, Captive, and that'll be coming out soon. Shouts out to Champ. He's the writer of that and the director of the movie. So I'm excited for that. I actually play a cop in that movie.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I'm excited.
So this role, this like another small role too.
It's kind of small, but it's not a main role. It's not a lead role.
Yeah.
I am a part of that, so it's a little bigger.
So what's your goal of being an actress? You see yourself like going up, or you enjoy doing what you're doing so far? Like, what's your whole goal?
I enjoy what I'm doing so far.
Yeah.
Wherever God leads me, so that's where I'm going.
I feel you on that part. So, how do you balance being a mother and a model and an actress?
Um, I'm doing okay with the balancing. Thank God I have such a good family support system that helps
Yeah.
me. So I'm balancing pretty well.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, no, I see, cause damn, I lost my train of thought again. So like, how do you like take care of your mental health?
Um, so for a lot of people, if they don't know, therapy helps a lot. And really, I just take my problems up. I know this may sound cliche, but I take my problems up with God.
Yeah.
I give to God, and He just kind of eases my pain or whatever I'm going through, and just kind of keep me focused on where I'm trying to go.
So when you're not being an actress, when you're not filming, like how do you find time to take care of yourself?
Oh, any free time I have, I'm taking care of myself. I think we get so caught up in like what we want to do or what we're trying to do, or trying to, as they say, chase the bag. We
Yeah.
forget about ourselves, our health, our well-being, our mental mindset. That's the most important thing because without that, you really can't get where you're trying to go.
Yeah. So you mentioned about therapy. So you go to therapy?
I've been to therapy, yes.
So do you feel like did that help you in a way?
Yes, it does. It helps. It does help.
So you don't mind sharing, like, what did it help you? If you don't mind sharing.
Just realizing like certain things I have no control over.
Yeah.
And when you have no control over certain things, you just have to kind of just let it go and just move forward with your life. Forgive yourself for things. We tend to not forgive ourselves for this or that, and it's just like, no, just let it go. Forgive yourself. Move on. Don't allow that to hinder you. You know.
Yeah. So why do you think sometimes people have a hard time of moving on? In your opinion.
It could be multiple things. Other people, just not willing to forgive yourself, or
All right.
taking those things and allowing it to destroy you. You
Yeah.
know. So I think that's why.
I feel you on that part. So you mentioned about like therapy. I mentioned about therapy, and mental health, and we talk outside, and you mentioned about you shared with me how your mother passed away.
Yes.
My dad passed away. So So, like, how do you deal with grief?
Well, my mother has been gone 13 years now. So when my mother passed, I was about 18, 19 years old.
Yeah.
And I feel like I was still figuring it out. You know, I wasn't a grown woman yet, you know. I wasn't there yet. But I think it took a lot of patience with myself, you know, to get through the stages. You know, they say there are these stages of grief, which people don't realize that's actually real.
Yeah.
And you just have to kind of get through it and try not to abuse others that do love you and care about you as you go through those phases, you know,
Yeah.
like angry or sad and denial. You know, those are all things of phases of grief. And I just, for me personally, I kept myself busy.
Okay.
I never was just sitting around doing nothing because I feel like when you're not doing anything, then your mind just kind of starts to play tricks on you, you know?
Yeah. No, I feel you on that one because my stages so far, it's like a roller coaster. Like 1 minute I'm cool, second minute I'm mad, third minute I'm like very emotional. So you know, that's just what I go through. So like when you have your stages, like how do you like snap out of it? If that makes sense.
Sometimes I didn't snap out of it, you know? For me, it's been 13 years, so I've had a lot of time to allow things to heal, but there were times, like in the beginning stages, I didn't snap out of it. You know, I just had to kind of let myself go through it. You know, people don't realize it's a big change and it's almost like your new normal now because now your entire life has changed, you know. And it's just like you just have to kind of get through it, you know. I don't like to tell people, don't cry, don't be mad, don't this, don't that. No, do it, get through it, and, you know, keep going. But I think for me now, I just kind of, again, keep myself busy and don't allow myself to get so worked up in the situation and just realizing, hey, I'm still here and whoever has passed will want me to still live my life and be happy and move forward and do the things that I said I would do in this life, you know.
I feel you on that part.
Especially as parents, you know.
Yeah.
They want you to achieve your goals.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Cause yeah, no, for sure. Cause I remember you mentioned to me, you was like, you think it's hard losing a mom than it is losing a dad, in your opinion, right?
Well, it just depends on the relationship with that parent. You know, if your relationship is stronger with your father or your mother, you know, it just depends. You know what I mean? But I say the mother just because the mother is more nurturing as a woman, you know.
Yeah.
And I always felt like, you know, we come out of our mothers, so we have a different type of connection with them.
Yeah. Nah, cause when you first told me that, I'm like, damn, I think you is right. Because it's like I was talking to my mom today about that. Well, I ain't mentioned this topic, but I was just thinking, I was talking to my mom, like, whenever you leave this earth, I think I probably take it much harder than I did with my dad because of the connection that me and her have and stuff like that. And, so, but yeah, no, but yeah. But, so what's your advice for anyone who dealing with grief?
Um, if you are dealing with grief and it's a lot to take in, I will say therapy will help. Surround yourself with family. Surround yourself with like-minded people that have maybe experienced it already, and they can definitely give you pointers or tips or, you know, they don't mind listening, you know, because they've been through it. So even just an ear, you know. And also go to, you know, your God, whatever you know, religion or believe in, go to that source to, you know, find healing, you know, and therapy, of course, as well.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, that's good advice. That's good advice. For me, I think personally, it's really leaning on God. For me, that helped me out a lot because even when I go through my stages, you know, I use the wrong word of snapping out of it. I meant to say is, how do you not sit in it, I should say. But for me, I say God. God been helping me out a lot in that one-on-one time. So I think that's be a good suggestion for people to do. And I forgot to ask, how can people who's interested of doing the 20 versus 1, how can someone,
Get into it. Oh, okay, great question. So, um, Facebook, it's Big Mike Time. Instagram, it's Big Mike Time. TikTok, it's Big Mike Time. He's the one that actually does the production. So whenever he drops another one, he will put it on his page personally, and then you just reach out to him, or he'll let you know his staff that you can reach out to.
So, like, what's your advice for anyone who wants to be on that type of platform?
Do it. Um, Shoot for the stars. Go for it.
Yeah. So, can you see yourself on that? What do we call that? Be popping the balloons?
Yeah, I can see myself on there. You think my balloon will get popped?
Depends on what you say. Yeah. Yeah, it depends on what you say. So, we can practice right real quick. So, like, what's your perspective on like relationships? If this was a balloon
Okay.
episode, like, what's your perspective?
My perspective, I think
Like, terrible question. So, like, if this was a balloon,
narrow it down.
yeah, nah, I'm actually wrong. Not a relationship, but like, I don't know. What's your type of guy? What's your type?
Um, my type of guy, honest, loyal, smart, educated, ambitious.
That's common, but come on now.
Is it?
Yeah, it's common. I mean, yeah, but okay, but what's more? Like, what's your? I'm sorry, I'm cutting you off. Go ahead.
No, no, no. Like, okay, in depth.
Yeah.
Treat me like a lady, like a real princess. My dad, he treat me, very well, so I expect somebody to treat me just as well. But like I said, hey, it's not a lot of ambitious people out here. It's not a lot of ambitious men. So somebody that's willing to build and grow with me, of course, I'm, doing something right now with my life. I need somebody that's doing the same, that won't hinder me or, get me off course.
Yeah.
So we have to have the same mind, the same hunger,
Let's see. So, how is your dating life? You don't mind me asking.
Non-existent right now.
You feel comfortable sharing, but why, if you don't mind sharing?
I don't know. I think maybe they think I'm ugly or something. I don't know. I think I just been focused on acting and my career that I really just haven't took out the time to date. So
I see. So, um, what's your qualities that you're looking for? I mean, you just
you gotta
mentioned
put me
it.
out there so that I can get a date. Hi. Thanks, I appreciate it. My qualities within myself. Okay, well,
What you bring to the table?
what I bring to the table, my own table, my own table. No, but I'm definitely, a real woman. I'm not out here making hot dogs and chicken fingers, for my man. I'm cooking 4-course meals. I'm very sweet, very honest, very loving, nurturing. I'm funny. I'm ambitious myself. I'm not wondering what you're doing or where you're at 24/7. I'm not a nagger, so I'm doing my own thing. I think I'm just a real woman, and right now we live in a world where there's not too many of us left.
So, when you say a real woman, in your definition, what do you mean about a real woman?
I mean, like, if I'm with someone and we're together, we're dating, we together. You don't have to worry about me cheating on you or messing around or anything like that. If you do something wrong, I'm not the type to be like, oh, I got to get my look back. No, I don't believe in that. I just, either I'll gracefully decline and move on from you or we'll figure it out.
I see. So, what was the longest relationship you've been in?
My longest relationship was probably about 3 years.
So, like, you ain't got to get in depth, but like, so you've been in a relationship for 3 years. What are the things you learned from that?
That you can be with someone and they can be jealous of you without you realizing it.
Oh damn, why you say that?
It happens. It happens.
I mean, how did you notice?
Just I guess the demeanor of a person when you're trying to do this or do something to prosper in your life, or going out and people stare at you or whatever, and it intimidates your spouse. So I noticed it, the lack of confidence in him. So.
I see. So, anyone that's like a woman that's dealing with that, you know, what's your advice for them?
Run. Run and don't come back. Don't go back. Yeah, that's another thing. I need somebody with some confidence. So
Ah, damn. I feel. But I mean, you think maybe you think maybe you have maybe done something for him to have not confidence?
no, because I'm not that type of woman. I'm not a woman that'll make try to make my man feel intimidated or belittle him. Unless you make me mad, I might go for the jugglers sometimes. But no, I don't think so. I just think that he wasn't used to dealing with someone that probably gets the attention that I get. Um, so I think that's just what it is. I mean, I've had my flaws in the past, but I've worked on them.
Yeah.
So, and I think that's important. Everybody should always work on themselves all the time.
No, I feel you on that one. I believe that. I believe, you know, isolation can help you realize some things about yourself, and some people be stuck in their ways. You know what I mean? So, I definitely can agree with that one. And for me, what I learned from my relationships is just comprehend, because people got that very bad, including myself.
Yes, that's very true.
Yeah. So, but how can people find you on on your social media?
Okay, so I'm on Facebook, Ashley Hampton, Hampton, and I'm also on Instagram, ash as in boy dot Hampton, Hampton, and I am also on TikTok. My name is the Queen of the Best. That's where you can also see a lot of my acting skits that I do, all of my movies that I'm in or promoting at the moment. So
Oh, before I even wrap things up with you, how you like making content?
I love making content.
What you like about it?
I can be funny. I can be serious. I'm just free to just have creative control, and I like that.
So, what's your ideal role? Like, I know, what's your ideal role that you would love to be in? Some people like, man, I wouldn't mind being in an action movie or this type of movie. What's your idea?
I would love to be in like an action movie, like just a badass. Like I'm just out here. I wouldn't mind playing the bad guy. I think I would like to play the bad guy. I think it would bring a lot of diversity to myself and like who I actually am in real life. So it would be like a challenge for me.
Yeah, I see. I don't know. I be wanting to get into the acting.
You should.
I don't know.
Yeah, you should.
I don't know.
Come with me. I'll help you out.
Nah, funny. I don't know. I'll get that in mind.
Okay.
I'll get that in mind. But yeah. Well, that's all the questions I have. I want to say good luck on your journey. I wouldn't mind bringing you back on to share.
I'd love to come back.
Yeah, for sure. We can talk more. But yeah, so thanks again.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, for sure.